students. Today we are going to see physical divisions of North America. Student, I have already explained the Western Cordilleras. Now today I am going to explain the Canadian Shield and the Appalachian Mountains, or you can say that it is also called as Eastern Highlands in detail. So first of all, we'll see the Canadian Shield. Students, it is the one of the oldest landmass of North America, which is situated in Canada. That's why oftenly it's called as Canadian Shield. It is situated in and around Hudson Bay. This Canadian Shield, or it oftenly it's called as Laurentian Shield. It is made up of old hard rocks. Mostly it is made up of very old and hard rocks. It is because I have already told you, it is the old landmass. Unlike Western Cordillera, which is young mountains and made up of soft rocks, but the Canadian Shield is made up of old hard rocks like crystalline rock. Okay, during last ice age entirely covered with glaciers, means during the last ice age the whole Canadian Shield was under the ice. Later, a number of short rivers which were originated from this Canadian Shield eroded it. The ice and small swift rivers eroded it, and erode it completely, and it's reduced their height. Now swift flowing rivers generate hydroelectricity. Many small and swift rivers. Swift flowing rivers means the rivers which flow through mountainous regions or plateau regions is oftenly called as the swift rivers. So that swift rivers is used for generating hydroelectricity. This region has number of lakes. About that lakes I have already explained during my last video lecture. The 5 Great Lakes, this is the region of 5 Great Lakes like Superior, Huron, Erie, Ontario and Michigan. These 5 Great Lakes are situated on the border of the USA and Canada. These 5 Great Lakes are situated here. It's a group of 5 Great Lakes. Okay. Other important lakes are also situated in Canada like Winnipeg, Great Bear and Great Slave. I am going to show you later all these lakes on map of the North America later in map practice session. Okay. The famous Niagara Fall between Lake Erie and Lake Ontario is also located in this region. This is the Niagara Fall, the world's famous fall, is situated between Lake Erie and Lake Ontario is situated in this region, in the Great Lakes region. And it's, formed a boundary between, the international boundary between the Canada and USA. Okay. Lake Erie and Lake Ontario, is a demarcation which formed the international boundary between Canada and USA. Now, the St. Lawrence River forms international boundary. The St. Lawrence is also another river which joins, Atlantic Ocean from the Great Lakes, is also a busiest route, or it provides a inland waterway for the country. So as far as the commercial point of view, the St. Lawrence River which flowing through this region is very important. Okay. Now next we are going to see Appalachian Mountain. you can clearly see the region of Appalachian Mountain. This mountain is called as old landmass of North America, which is situated on the eastern margin of America. It runs parallels to the eastern coast. It is the oldest landmass. It is oldest mountain like the other old mountains of the world. In India, Aravalli is a old land, oldest mountain. Then after that, forest mountain in Europe. Then after that, Ural mountain of Europe is also old mountains. Like that, Appalachian is a old landmass. You can say that old mountain. It is subjected to erosion for a long time. That's why its height is reducing. The old landmass, unlike the fold mountains, has pointed peaks. Not a pointed peaks. It's a rounded peaks, and its slope is also gentle. What do you now let me differentiate between gentle slope and steep slope. When the mountains has wall like slope, it is called as steep slope. But when the slope is not very steep, it is called as gentle slope. So these mountains have gentle slope. These are old landmass. Okay, now moving towards the Appalachian mountain, and we will see in detail. The average height of this Appalachian mountain is about 1500 meter. Stretches from Newfoundland in the north, started from Newfoundland in the north up to Atlanta in the south. It's reached up to Atlanta. So start from Newfoundland in the north up to Atlanta in the south. Okay, the minimum height of this mountain is 2100 meter. The minimum height is 2100 meter. It's a very less height because it's an old fold mountain, and I have already told you that it's subjected to erosion by the rivers from a long time. Mount Mitchell, 2037 meter high, being the highest peak in the Appalachian mountain. Okay, name of that mountain is Mount Mitchell. Okay, to the east of it lies Piedmont Plateau. If you move towards the east of Appalachian mountain, there is a Piedmont Plateau. Piedmont Plateau, as I told you, is another name of Intermountain Plateau. I have already explained the mountain which lies between the two mountains is called as Intermountain Plateau. Intermountain Plateau is also called as Piedmont Plateau. So in the east of Appalachian mountain lies Piedmont Plateau. You can see in the east of Appalachian lies Piedmont Plateau. It have the rich deposits of many minerals. This plateau regions have the rich deposits of many minerals like coal, copper, lead, iron ore, zinc, limestone, and granite. Student, Appalachian mountain is the oldest landmass, and it's subjected to erosion for a long time. That's why its height is reducing. Okay, now today I have explained two important physical features of North America in detail, the Canadian Shield and the Appalachian mountain. In the next video we are going to see the two topics. First of all, we will discuss the last physical feature, the central plain, in detail, and in the same video we'll also explain the rivers of North America. So we'll see it in the next video lecture. Till then, keep revising all these points. Okay, have a nice day.